Today we will see constructors in Java. Remember one thing, to be created every object requires two things. One is memory and another one is constructor. As a programmer, we don't need to worry about object memory. But what about constructor? If we don't define any constructor in a class, then the compiler automatically creates a default constructor, that is no argument constructor or non-parameterized constructor. In Java, a constructor is a block of codes similar to the method. It is called when an instance of the object is created. It is special type of method which is used to initialize the object. Every time an object is created using the new keyword, at least one constructor is called. It calls a default constructor if there is no constructor available in the class. In such case, Java compiler provides default constructor by default. There are two types of constructor in Java. One is no argument constructor and second one is parameterized constructor. So let's see what are the rules for creating the Java constructors. So there are two rules defined for the constructor in Java. The first one is constructor name must be the same as its class name. Second one is a constructor must have no explicit return type. A Java constructor can be abstract, static, final and synchronized. Means this constructor can be declared as abstract, it can be declared as a static and it can be declared as a final. Now let's see the first one, that is the Java default constructor. A constructor is called default constructor when it doesn't have any parameter. Like see one example I'm giving over here. The first, that is a class bike1 I have declared. In that I'm taking one bike1 constructor and in that I'm displaying bike is created. Now in the main method I'm calling that constructor. How I'm calling the constructor? Like by using new operator, I will first create the object of the class 1. B is the object of the class 1 and using the new operator I'm calling bike1. So the next bike1, this is the method or it is a constructor. So like this you can create a default constructor in the Java. So what will be the output of this program now? The output of the program will be bike is created. Now let's see, next one is Java parameterized constructor. A constructor which has a specific numbers of parameters is called a parameterized constructor. Means that constructor have 1, 2 or many number of parameter in it. Let's see an example of the parameterized constructor. Now here I am taking student4 as a class name. I am initializing one variable, that is id, it is an integer type, and one more variable I am declaring over here, that is name, it is a type of string, and I am again taking the constructor. See in the constructor here it has two parameters, that is int I and string n. So whatever the values of integer I am getting, that I am going to initialize to the variable id, and whatever the value I am getting for the n, that I am going to initialize to the value variable name. One more method I am taking over here in this class, that is display. What I am going to display here in this method, id and name, that I am going to display. Now in the main method I am going to create two objects for the student class. S1 will be the one object and S2 will be the another object. So here I have to pass the parameter value here at the time of creating the object. So here student4 in the first S1 object, so I am passing the values. This 111 will be the ID of ID and the second parameter will be the name of the student. Again same in the S2 object, I am creating the I'm initializing the object here. In this constructor I'm assigning the values of the parameter, that is 222 will be the ID and RN will be the name of that student. So I will call the display method by using these two objects, S1 and S2, S1.display and S2.display. Now what will be the output of this program here? You will get what I'm going to display in this previous display method, ID and name I'm going to display. So you will get the output. The first one will be 111 and name will be Karan. Second output you will get, that is 222, the name will be Aryan. So this is the example of the default constructor and the example of the parameterized constructor. Now next we will see constructor overloading. What is a constructor overloading means? In Java, a constructor is just like a method but without return type. It can also be overloaded like Java methods. Constructor overloading in a Java is a technique of having more than one constructor with a different parameter list. They are arranged in a way that each constructor performs a different task. Means constructor overloading means what? A constructor has a different parameters. So we can take in a one constructor we can take single parameter, in another constructor we can take a double parameters. Like this we can create number of constructors with a different parameters. That is called constructor overloading. Let's see an example again. Student 5 is the class name. Again I am declaring ID as an integer, name as a string, age as an integer again. Here I am creating two argument constructor. So integer I is a one parameter, string n is another parameter. So simply I am assigning the value of I to ID and value of n to name. This is one constructor which has only two parameters. So another constructor I am taking over here, that is three parameters, integer I, string n and integer a. What I am going to do here, simply I am assigning the value of I to ID and the value of n to name and the value of a to age. So it is three parameter constructors. So next one I am going to display this ID, name and age. So in this main method I have created two objects. One is S1 and another is S2. See, in a S1 I am calling the two arguments constructor and in S2 I am calling the three argument constructor. In S1 I am giving the values ID is equal to 111 and name is equal to Karan. And in S2 I am giving the three parameters. One is ID, second one is name and third one is age. That is ID is 222, name is RN and age is 25. Simply I am going to display over here S1 and S2. So what will be the output here? You will get 111 Karan and 0 means that no age for I am not providing any age for the Karan. So it has only two parameters. So here in the second constructor it has ID and the name and the age of that student. So like this there are two constructors. One is default constructor and second one is parameterized constructor. Already we have seen that. So this is how we can overload the constructors. Now next bit is set and get method. In previous unit we have already discussed about access specifiers that are applied to the class members. We also know that private members of the class are not accessible outside the class, but they are accessible within the class. So if you have declared private members, data members and the member functions and you want to access that outside the class, then you can use this set and get methods. So for naming convention we often see some public getter and setter methods to manipulate the private members. The setter methods are to set, assign, update the related data members, and the getter methods are to get the retrieve, return and the value of the related data members. See one example. The class I have declared here vehicle info. In that I'm taking two private variables, that is registration number and the owner. These are the two variables I'm going to take, and these are the private members for that class. Now next, I want to manipulate the value of the registration number and the value of the owner. So for setting the data, means to change the data of the registration number, I have to use a public void set registration number string r. Whatever I am providing here, this is the parameterized method. Whatever I am providing the value of the r, that is assigned to registration number. So set method is used to set the value to the registration number, and the same, the owner name will be assigned to the owner. That n I am passing over whenever I am calling this set and get methods, I am passing the value to there and it will assign here. So set method is to change the value of the variable, and likewise get method to get the value, predefined value. To get that value, we can use get method. So here get registration number, return this number. Simply what I am doing here, return the registration number and return the owner name. So here in the, so like this we can set the values and we can get the values by using the setter and the getter method, even though the variables are the public method, the variables are the private variables. So we'll stop here. In this video lecture we have studied the constructor of the Java and a set and get method. Thank you.